video. So today I'm going to be doing my model horse pet peeves. I don't know who originally started this whole kind of doing model horse pet peeves. I want to do this because I feel like I do have many similar pet peeves to others, but I do have others that are a little weird. I've been told that like my friend has told me like, why do you care about that? It's not even weird. It's so normal. I'm like, I don't know. Let's get into the video. So my first pet peeve is when people mispronounce or pronounce the names of models wrong. Because people always mispronounce my last name, I feel very bad when I mispronounce any name at all. It doesn't matter if it's a model horse, a real horse, a person. I feel bad because I know the struggle. And I know a lot of people mispronounce the Latigo mole. Latigo. It's much similar to calico. We don't say calico, we say calico. So Latigo is not Latigo, it's Latigo. And I know a lot of people will say it either way, but I do know the Latigo mold is also a reference to something, and I'm blanking on it right now, but it's pronounced Latigo. And then I know there's been a lot of kind of odd named celebration horses. I know Gutzon van Tiekessil, who was the Frisian, and Simba de Ponte-Ternay, which was the Ardennes horse, and a lot of people mispronounce their names, but that's a little bit more understandable. But like when it's a smaller word and stuff, it just kind of gets me a little. So my second pet peeve is when people go to model horse live shows and they're showing their horse as a little bit of a different breed, or a breed where this color or pattern is very rare but can still happen, but many people do not know that it can happen, and they don't use reference cards, and then they wonder why their model didn't place. I'm a very believer in reference cards. I have a reference for every single one of my horses, because at the first live show I went to, I asked the judge, do references make a difference? And she said yes, they do make a difference, because if it's between a horse with a reference and without a reference, they're more likely to go with the horse with the reference, because you just put in that little bit of extra effort that shows you did research. Number 3 is another kind of live showing one, or even just in general, but when live showers keep the OF name. When a horse gets a reserve or champion at a live show, they announce it over the loudspeakers. And when they announce it, they say the horse's name and then the owner. So it's just kind of, it's a little odd to hear say, I showed a Misty and I kept her name Misty. Misty, owned by JNZ. Those are my initials that I use. And it's really like, really, you couldn't have put in that little bit of effort to just give your horse a new name. It's really not that hard. I go into references, I have song references, I have references of shows, of movies, and then sometimes like the name will just come to me, you know, but just come on, put in that little bit of extra effort, because you know you want to be proud when your horse wins. But I can't really feel like super like excited for the person because they didn't give the horse a name, which I think giving a horse its own name just kind of gives it a more sentimental value. That's just me. Hey, if you don't change the horse's name, that's on you. I don't really care, but it's just like that little thing that's like, really? So I have a couple horses who I didn't change the name, but that's because 1, I do not show them, and 2, I used to play with them as a little child, and as a child I did not know that you could really change the name. That's just me. Like, yes, if a model did not come with a name, I would name it. But I was like 7. So, peeve is when a person will take, say, the Nakota mold and prop it up so it's rearing. If you look at the conformation of it in the rearing form, that horse's leg will break if it was a real horse. And now, lately it's been happening with the Latigo mold, the long tail or the short tail. I can't remember. But to where you prop it up on the back of the tail. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it when you don't properly display a model. It really irks me because it's like that horse would not be able to do that in real life. So another pet peeve of mine is when on eBay or anywhere I look up model horses like regularly to just look because I like looking at it. It's like window shopping. And it's an old beat up model listed for like $500+ and the description or the name is Breyer horse, vintage, rare. I've seen a couple that say OOAK. I'm like, you will never be able to sell that horse for that money. That horse, a lot of times I see them, like, their bodies too. I'm like, that horse is worth about $5. And it happens a lot at antique stores too, to where like the models are overpriced because the people don't really know what they are, but they're like, oh, these are Breyers and little kids will want them, or they're rare, they're vintage. No, it's not the case. Before you sell a model, look up what other stuff it's like going for, or go on model horse sales pages. Look, hey, is this limited? Hey, and also check the body. Are there flaws? You know, are there really bad things? And just do a little homework before you sell a model. Unless you already know, like, hey, I bought it for this, but it nanned 5 million times. Yes, up the price from that. So those are all of the pet peeves I'm going to be talking about today. I have a bunch more, but I really just can't think about them right now, or I'm gonna be very angry later. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please go check out some of my other, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!